what has really caused a lot of problem within the polity of this country is internal crisis. We have to avoid it. In most cases, you will discover that the fight within the party is even more fiercer than what is happening across the parties. For example, in Osun State, the internal crisis there is so terrible that even the opposition had nothing to do. They have no work to do. And that is why I don't know how we will do it. The idea of creating factions within party should be done away with. So if I will advise my people in APC and even in other parties, we should shun the idea of creating factions within parties. I want to let you know that usually grouping within organizations has their own advantages, like it enhances broader participation by the elements and the components of the organization. It also gives sense of belonging to people who are there, because many people are able to draw into the activities of the organization. And the third one is outreach. It helps in getting more people into the organization. But in Nigeria here, what we have discovered about forming groups and factions within party is that in most cases it is taken too far. Whenever you don't belong to the same group, they see themselves as antagonists and enemies, and the bitterness and resentment is such that it brings a lot of crisis into the party. So if we want to stabilize our democracy, we need to shun all these intra-party crises and make sure that we resolve our problems internally.
Before next week election now.
Before next week election, I want to say that it is not too close. I'm advising all stakeholders, all actors, especially in my own party, APC, to see themselves as friends. It may look somehow, I don't know, it may seem that nobody wants to back down, but I don't think there is any pride in it. God has given us the president, and we must strive to get as many representation in the House of Assembly as possible. And in order to do this, the leaders and the elders that are in crisis should just bury their ashes and go ahead. I've made myself a typical example in my constituency by taking the leadership, the chairmanship of campaign for the person who took over my ticket. And I think it's nothing to worry about, because it is politics, and everybody should come out to show his own. So maybe he has an edge over me then, and he has taken the ticket. Once I'm in the party, I cannot do anything that will bring the party down. So I was fully with him. Crisis between the Minister of Interior and the President-elect. I want to believe that the issue of internal crisis within parties is not limited to APC. Of course, you will discover that it is only APC that has survived its own internal crisis, because you will discover that hardly any of these major parties. It has consumed a number of the parties. It is only easy to draw reasons or looking for scapegoats, but if everybody will examine properly what has happened to them, you will discover that internal crisis has torn apart many parties, and APC is not excluded. But I want to say that it has been possible for APC to effectively manage their internal crisis. That as it may be, I think one of my vision for this country is to have parties that is devoid of internal crisis, or at least parties that will be able to manage their internal crisis. Going into history, you will discover that